Hi, everybody. So today is my recap of what happened, what went on today in the Diddy's case, day 15. This is a quick summary for those of you that have to work and you don't have all day to be on the internet. Today was a really good day for the prosecution. There were only two people that took the stand today. That was Eddie Garcia and Derek Ferguson. Let's start with Eddie Garcia, who came on first. He is a security guard at the now debunked Intercontinental Hotel. He said that after the incident went down in the hallway, that we've seen that video so many times, uh, he said he was called within 48 hours. He had a phone call from Christina Coram. She was asking him if there was a tape, and if there was, could they get a copy of the tape? He did what you're supposed to do, say, we're not allowed to give that out. She kept saying, are you sure? Diddy's a very famous celebrity. He was drunk. He wasn't aware what was going on. Can you just give the exception just this one time? Of course, he said, I have to contact my supervisor, which I would have done. Like, no, it's not protocol to give out tapes, surveillance footage. I mean, that's just rare. I mean, sometimes you have to have a police subpoena, but that's different. This is a girl coming in. And so he goes to his boss, tells her, oh, then she hands the phone to Diddy. So Diddy goes in and says, he was drunk. This is not good for his career. He really doesn't want this tape coming out. He will make it worth their while. Garcia says, I have to talk to my boss. He goes, he talks to his boss. His boss said he will be willing to do it for $50,000 because the way that Garcia worded it is he's willing to pay. Then the boss comes back and says, all right, we'll do it. $50,000 because he understands that this is Puff Daddy, and other words, dollar signs. I've never heard of such a thing. I was appalled. I was really appalled. So he calls back, tells him that boss says he's going to do it for 50K. They make a plan of where they're going to meet up. He actually goes to his home and gives him the tape. The tape was on a USB drive. Now, this is where it gets really weird. No, it was weird when the boss said he would do it for 50K. That's just corruption on the highest level. But when they started discussing money, when Diddy said, I'll make it worth your while, when the boss says, I'll do it for 50,000, that is the first time the prosecution has shown us what I call the smoking GUN. I wanted facts. I was tired of circumstantial evidence, hearsay, she said, I think, I can't remember. Everybody in this little scam they got going here to get rid of the tape so it doesn't go public is committing a crime. It's a crime to accept the money. It's a crime to get the tape. So anyway, he ends up going to Diddy's home, and Diddy takes the tape, says, are there any more copies? He says no, which is a lie. We later find out. Are you sure? I'm sure. Okay, let me go get your money. He comes back in with cash and a money counter. Wait, what? He lets the money counter spit out 100K. So a 50 was supposed to go to the boss that said that he would do it. Another one was to Garcia, and then one was another person. I believe they were Hi, everybody. So today is my quick recap of what went down today in the P. Diddy trial, day 15. Now, today was a very good day for the prosecution. It really finally gave us concrete firsthand evidence of a crime that actually involved Diddy. Now, there were only two people that took to the stand today. One was a security guard named Garcia, Eddie Garcia, and the second one was a ex-employee of Bad Boy. He was the ex CFO, means he dealt with the money. So the first person to testify was Garcia. Now, according to Garcia, after the incident took place with the whole tape, 48 hours, he got a phone call from Christina Coram. They call her KK. I'm going to be calling her KK throughout this quick recap. He gets a call from KK asking, could she get a copy of the tape? That her very famous client, P. Diddy, was drunk and he doesn't want that out there, this video out there like that. Then she hands the phone to Diddy, and Diddy was basically like, listen, I really need this favor from you. I was really drunk. It's not a good look. This could ruin my career. Can you do it? He was like, no, I don't think we can. I'd have to check with my boss. He said it would be worth your while. I took that to mean money, and he took that to mean money. So he goes to his boss, tells the boss that Diddy wants the tape and is willing to pay. The boss said, we will do it for $50K. Now, isn't this just ridiculous? You are a security guard. You know damn well this is wrong. Nobody has to read you the rules, but he said he'll do it. So Garcia goes back, tells KK they will do it. Then they try to get a meeting place. Diddy gets on the phone, says, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so relieved. You're my man. I knew you could do it. Okay. A pep talk. They discuss where they're going to meet. Eventually, Garcia ends up going out to Diddy's home. The first thing that happened once he gets in the home is he's on the phone with Cassie. He hands the phone over to Cassie. She gives him a little pep talk. She says, thank you. He said he didn't recognize her at first. She's in a hood. She said, thank you. She has a movie coming out. This could really affect her career. Diddy comes back with a handful of cash and a money counter. He counts out $100K, $100,000. He also starts handing him paper. He makes him sign an NDA. He asked, was there any other copies? He said no. He said, are you sure? He made him sign a paperwork saying that that was the only copy. What else did he make him sign? I think that was about it. He gives him the cash. He said he had a very funny feeling the whole time, like he didn't want to be there. Do you think it's because you're breaking the law? Could that be the funny feeling that you're getting? He tried to get out as fast as he could. He claims that when he drove away, he looked back to make sure nobody was following him. Now, listen, he just broke bribery, unethical. It's so many things wrong with that scenario that just went down. But here's the thing. Bribery cannot be denied. So we got a co-conspirator, because he was a part of this plan, saying how it all went down. He even said that Diddy gave him $100K when he got there, not the 50. They said they divvied up the money. 50K went to Bill, the boss. 20 went to another security officer. His name was Henry Elias. And 30 went to Garcia. He said that he spent his money on a car. But before we get to that part, let's back up. When he's leaving the house, Diddy's walking him out. He tells him, make sure you don't make any big purchases. Again, this is a clear indication that Diddy knows he is breaking the law. Okay. I mean, I could not believe it. Of course, these witnesses have immunity. In fact, Garcia was the one who said he wasn't going to testify. He was going to plead the fifth unless he got full immunity. But for that, he should be in prison with Diddy. But you know the rule. The first person that talks gets the better deal. Okay. So here's another thing. In one of those documents that he signed, the non-disclosure, the NDA, there's a clause in there that says if you break the NDA, you will be liable for $1 million. Means if you break this, you owe me $1 million. Now that's very cocky for you, Diddy, as a criminal who is breaking the law, bribing, and possibly extortion, getting them to sell you, to sell you this tape, for you to make him sign the NDA. Criminals are signing NDAs now. An NDA of how it all went down? Huh? What? Did I miss something? All right, so that's a pretty much wrap up. It was a good day and testimony for the prosecution. There's no getting around it. This is bribery, which is under the RICO Act, okay? But we're not there yet. They still have to prove that Diddy's businesses are a criminal entity in order for it to be RICO. So right now we got them on bribery. Hopefully the other stuff is coming. Now, the second person to take the stand today, his name was Derek Ferguson. He used to handle the money. He was an ex-CFO, Chief Financial Officer, okay, of Bad Boy Records. This is a very prestigious job because, Diddy is damn near a billionaire. But, he gave a very clean testimony. He wasn't on long. It's just probably the last 2 hours at the most. He didn't speak a lot because there was a lot of objections, because everybody understands when you start talking about money, follow the money, it clears a lot of stuff up. So there was a lot of sidebars. It was insane. We would be there like, oh my God, they're still at a sidebar. But what he did talk about today was just the basics about Diddy using a American Express card to put everything on. He asked him, was he ever heard of anything of any type of coercion in that business? He said no. He really did not talk long. It was a lot of objections. He just talked about how the financial operation went. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary about it. They asked him about taxes because it is a known fact. If you can't get a mobster on RICO, then you go after their taxes. He said the taxes were good. He felt very responsible to make sure he kept on top of the taxes because he knows what kind of what that can lead to. I mean, they've got Al Capone on taxes. They got Gotti on taxes. That's like the backup RICO charge, but not for them. According to the ex-CFO, he's good with his taxes. He didn't explain anything out of the ordinary. He wasn't on long. I'm sure he's coming back tomorrow. This will be a very important testimony. So today was a good day. Like I said, we had the bribery. Now they have to show that his organization is a criminal organization. They didn't show it today, but you know how slow this prosecution is. They are slow. We are in week, 3, 4, I can't remember. And this is the first day that the prosecution brought to the forefront anything that made any kind of sense. Now, I know a lot of other expert attorneys are going around saying this is excellent testimony, this is great. No, it was not. They have seen really rattled, frazzled, and all over the place. The people that they have brought on the stand to testify were suspect with, shady backgrounds. They looked money hungry and like they were going after Diddy for the money. But today's testimony was solid. Now, let's see if you can wrap this thing up and show us the RICO part. Is this a criminal organization? That's what we need to know. So that's it, all in very quick wrap up. Very good today. If you want to see the whole thing, of course, we tape all 5-6 hours. Me and Perry go live every day with the details. But if not, this should do. We gave you the basics of what's going on. It's getting very good. I'm very interested to see what Derek has to say, because in every case, just about every case, If you can follow the money and solve what happened to the money, 9 out of 10 times you have solved your case. So I'm very anxious. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Do you see them connecting Diddy's businesses as a criminal organization? We already got the bribery. Maybe we can get some extortion here and stuff like that. Let me know your thoughts. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow going live. And after that, I will do another recap. Until next time, bye for now.